Action Comics. A creaking of timber, an ominous rumble, and then, with a terrific crash, the Blakely coal mine caves in, entrapping a lone miner within its terrible confines. Superman, by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. Telegraph lines carry the shocking news to a stunned world. Stanislaw Kober, miner, trapped in cave-in. Please, Chief, let me handle this assignment. Go to it, Kent. Shortly later, a streaking figure speeds toward Blakely Town at a terrific pace that not even the fastest auto or airplane could duplicate. Upon reaching the Blakely mine, Kent, disguised as a miner, approaches the pit. There's been no signal from the rescue crew in the last 10 minutes. Back, you! Keep away from that edge! Pretending to slip, Clark tumbles into the lift shaft. Help! I'm falling! You fool! I told you to keep back! Down plunges Superman, in a fall which would have meant death for an ordinary man. As Superman strikes the bottom of the shaft, he detects gas. Poison gas. His physical structure unaffected by the gas, Superman continues along the mine's bottom, until he stumbles upon a dozen unconscious figures. The rescue party. I'd better get them out of here before the gas finishes its deadly work. A trifle unceremonious, but the occasion demands it. Placing the men on the lift, Superman jerks the signal cord, and the elevator begins its upward journey. That's that, and now to really get to work. Upon rounding a curve in the tunnel, Superman comes upon the great wall of coal which separates him from the entrapped miner. This is going to be mere child's play. Attacking the sturdy barrier with his bare hands, Superman proceeds to demolish it as though it were but constructed of putty. I'll have you free in a few moments. Got him. Golly, his condition is pretty serious. I've got to get him to a hospital at once. But when Superman reaches the elevator lift, the signal cord, it doesn't work. Superman commences to climb the elevator cable, hand over hand. Look! Down there! Someone's climbing the cable! Holy mackerel! He's rising like a streak of lightning! When Superman reaches the pit's edge, gosh almighty! It's Kober! Get him to a hospital! Quick! Later. Here's the dope, Chief. Kober was rescued by an unidentified miner, but the doctors say he will be crippled for life. Next day, Stanislaw Kober, maimed miner, receives a visitor. My name is Kent. I represent a powerful newspaper. Tell me, in your opinion, could the mine tragedy have been prevented? Sure. Months ago, we know mine is unsafe. But when we tell boss's foreman, they say, no like job, Stanislaw? Quit. You mean to say the owner disregarded the mine's dangerous condition? Yeah, but we know quit. Got wife, kids, bills. So back we go to mine. And long hours and little pay. And maybe to die. An hour later, Kent is admitted into the presence of Thornton Blakely, mine owner. Have you arranged a pension for the unfortunate miner who was crippled by the cave-in? Certainly not. Kober can thank his own carelessness for his plight. However, the company will be generous enough to pay a reasonable portion of his hospital bills, and may even consider offering him a $50 retirement bonus. But surely you're going to repair the bad safety conditions in your mine. There are no safety hazards in my mine, but if there were, what of it? I'm a businessman. not a humanitarian. And now, since this is all none of your business, let's consider the interview closed. That night, Superman, clad in miner's garb, drops out of the skies like some occult, avenging demon into the barred and closely guarded confines of the Blakely estate. Drawn by the sound of laughter, music, and revelry, he peers through a window and discovers a gay party in progress. I've half a notion to crash this party to bits. Look! A prowler. Don't move! Got him! Superman deliberately permits himself to be captured. What were you doing here? He won't answer. Let's take him to the boss. What's the meaning of this interruption? We caught this bohunk, probably a sneak thief, window peeping. Shall we take him to the station and rough him up? All I ask is a few minutes alone with this window peeper in the back room at headquarters, and you'll have a full confession, Mr. Blakely. What have you to say for yourself? Beautiful ladies, much music, rich party? I've read of these things. Tonight I want to see them with own eyes. I see. Just a sap. Give him a beating he'll never forget, guards. Then turn him loose. Come on, you. Outside. Wait. I've changed my mind. Let him stay. Gather round, folks. Here's where this party starts to liven up. Now for some fun. Blakely's got one of his comical inspirations. Elsa Maxwell has nothing on Blakely when it comes to throwing a novel party. To the right, folks, you see a social climbing miner who narrowly missed having his block knocked off because he attempted to see how the other half lives. I wonder what he's leading up to. On the left, my dull-witted friend, you see a mob of pampered nincompoops whose sole activity in life is searching for new ways to escape boredom. He was referring to us! Blakely's going too far. What say, folks? Let's compromise. We'll finish the party in the mine. Our miner pal here will guide and feast his eyes on us, and as for us, we'll make merry in the bowels of the earth. Hooray! The man's a genius. On to the mine! Led by Superman, the crowd of singing, shouting, sable and evening clothes-clad partygoers march gaily toward the mine. The merrymakers crowd onto the shaft platform amid shrill laughter. A moment later, they are on their way to the pit's bottom. Look, I brought some sandwiches. To heck with the sandwiches. Who brought a flask? Isn't this thrilling? Better hold tight to that rail. On second thought, why not onto me? What has the rail got I haven't got? Fresh. All out. End of the line. Well, folks, I promise you a new thrill. What do you think of it? Ugh, what a horrid-looking place. While the others walk further into the mine. Don't tell me people actually work down here. George, I don't like this filthy mine. We shouldn't have come. Now to put a hastily conceived plan into action. Superman drops back and attacks the wooden tunnel supports. There. That ought to do the trick. Superman rejoins the slumming party. Where in blazes did you disappear? I've been here all the time. A moment later, the tunnel is shaken by a rumbling roar. Good Lord! What was that? Panic-stricken, the entire group races back along the tunnel until it is forced to come to a sudden stop. A cave-in! Great Scott! We're buried alive! Buried alive? Oh. Help! Help me! I'm suffocating! No, you can't be. Air will last another 24 hours. Another 24 hours? Yes. Then we've nothing to worry about. We'll be freed by a rescue squad in no time. Maybe rescued in 5 minutes? Maybe never. You! This was your clever idea! Don't hit me! Steady! I've half a mind to let him loose. Don't! Wait! The safety devices! Why didn't I think of them sooner? We're as good as saved right now. Thank goodness for the safety devices. Whew. For a moment I thought we were doomed. See? I smashed the glass cover, then jerked down the electric signal lever. Forgive me, old man. I'm sorry I flew off the handle. That's all right. What the? It doesn't work. Like other safety devices in the mine. Rusty. No good. You blasted skinflint! If you'd have had the mine equipped with proper safety precautions, we might have gotten out alive. Stop him! This is no time to quarrel among ourselves. Our lives are at stake. Correct. Here are some picks and shovels abandoned by workers. You, take this pick and get busy. I'm content to die. If you want to live, you dig. If we ever get out of here, my first act will be to fire you. If we get out. Knee-deep in stagnant water, struggling with unwieldy tools, slipping, frequently falling, the entrapped pleasure-seekers seek desperately, but vainly, to batter down the huge barrier of coal. Hurry, while the air supply lasts. We've got to get out. We've got to. I'm winded. I can't keep this up. Think of the miners. They have to do this 14 long hours each day. Meanwhile, a rescue party works frantically on the other side of the barrier. It's no use. We'll never get out of here. We'll all die. Oh, if I only had this all to do over again. I never knew, really knew, what the men down here have to face. That's all I've been waiting to hear. Eventually tired beyond endurance, the mine's prisoners collapse limply. While the others sleep, Superman tears down the barrier, permitting miners to enter and rescue the group. Drager men, we're saved! Mister, are we glad to see you. Hurry, there's liable to be another cave-in any second. Several days later, Kent again visits Blakely. You can announce that henceforth my mine will be the safest in the country, and my workers the best treated. My experience in the mine brought their problems closer to my understanding. Congratulations on your new policy. May it be a permanent one. If it isn't, you can expect another visit from Superman. The end.